This is breaking news.
15 Best Matthew McConaughey Movies and TV Shows, ranked. The acclaimed actor has kept living, man, livin. Ever the charmer, Texas Golden Boy, Matthew McConaughey, got his start on the indie circuit in 1993 with Richard Linklater's Dazed and Confused. Only he could make the aging Partya and human slimeball David Wooderson so endearing, and that charisma has remained a central pillar of his many performances. He spent the last 3 decades in both comedic and dramatic roles, playing soulful fugitives, poetic lawmen, and coked-out buffoons with equal aplomb. With that acting range in mind, here are the 15 best Matthew McConaughey movies and TV shows, ranked. McConaughey jumped into the action genre with this World War II submarine thriller, playing a passed-over officer who was forced to lead a top-secret mission to hijack a crippled German U-boat in order to steal its Enigma encryption machine. It's perhaps the first time McConaughey got to show the grit behind the famous grin. 60 years ago, Cary Grant would have the role of the dashing ad exec who bets he can make any woman fall in love with him in just 10 days, but unfortunately targets a blonde journalist writing a story on how to sabotage a relationship in the same span. For all the rom-com dreck he did, this is the one that's more pleasure than guilt. Possible hot take: McConaughey is great in Harmony Korine's trippy comedy. We say possible hot take because Edu's critic called McConaughey's Moondog the most annoying character of 2019. It's understandable how some might not take to the performance and movie, but consider us completely charmed by the actor's delightful turn as the hard-partying, women's clothes-wearing poet, playing the heroic lawyer in John Grisham's sweaty Southern courtroom drama, made McConaughey a star. Some fans will likely want to see this higher on the list, but the actor's performance is comparable to a young attorney working his first big case. There are flashes of brilliance, but he's still unsure of his own abilities. McConaughey switched sides to play the Texas district attorney tasked with convicting Bernie Teed, Jack Black, the real-life mortician charged with murdering his elderly companion, Shirley MacLaine. He's sort of a buffoon, but a clever buffoon, and McConaughey knows exactly how far to take it. McConaughey was then known for playing slick characters, so it was refreshing to see him assume the role of a mysterious, guilt-ridden man who comes to the FBI with news about a serial killer. It's a terrific performance that plays upon and twists our affection for him. William Friedkin's adaptation of Tracy Letts' play was so inherently dark, it got an NC-17 rating, and McConaughey plays a killer for hire whose soul is pitch black. But he brings a sense of propriety to his behavior that makes his bad deeds that much more shocking. Few knew it at the time, probably not even McConaughey, but this was the beginning of the McConaissance. In some ways, it's the same type of role he'd been playing for a decade, but he'd matured and perhaps finally understood his strengths as an actor. It's more Richard Gere in Primal Fear than Paul Newman in The Verdict, but it dwarfs what he did in A Time to Kill. McConaughey was a last-minute replacement to play the aptly named Hollywood agent Rick Peck after Owen Wilson dropped out. Memorably, Peck fights tooth and nail for contractual TiVo rights to Ben Stiller's doofus action star, Tug Speedman. Soon after, he's willing to let his client die in the jungle. But Peck eventually saves the day, and the character and movie prove to be a comic high point for McConaughey.